10th standard biology, the human reproductive system. So after development, after the fertilization, so the embryos are developed. After the formation of gastrula, so they developed into a three germ layer. One is called an ectoderm, then mesoderm, then endoderm. So three germ layer. So all the organs are developed from this a three germ layer. All the organs of the human body are developed from a three germ layer. So this process is called an organogenesis. So they got embryonic development. So during the organogenesis, a various organ of the embryos are established from the different germ layer, attaining the a mature stage. Mature stage. This process is called an organogenesis. For example, the skins are developed from ectoderm. The skins are developed from ectoderm, and they have a name. So heart is developed from a mesoderm. And the skeletal systems, they are developed from a mesoderm or in the endoderm. Endoderm. So the different organs are developed from the three germ layer. The process is called an organogenesis. So next they have in a formation of the placenta. So what is the meaning of placenta? It's a disc-shaped structure. So they attach the uterine wall and a temporary association between the developing embryo and the maternal tissue. This is a disc-shaped structure attached to the uterine wall and is a temporary association between the developing embryo and the maternal tissue. It means the connection between the embryo and the uterine wall of the mothers. So it is called the placenta. It is called a placenta. Here exchange of the food material. So they have a nutrition enter through the placenta to the embryo. Here the waste materials are formed. The waste materials are transformed from the embryo to the mother's body through the placenta. And they have the elimination of the carbon dioxide. From the cells of the embryo, they are transferred through the placenta. It's also the used for the gases exchange. The cord, C-O-R-D, cord. So they containing the blood vessels. Your cord, they contain the blood vessels between the placenta of the fetus is called an umbilical cord. So it is called an So the cord, the connection between the placenta with the fetus, with the embryo, it is called an umbilical cord. Then, pregnancy. So rather is called the gestation. So the gestation means they have a pregnancy. So the human embryos are present in the uterus. So nearly 280 days. So the 280 days is a pregnancy period. When the time during this space, the embryo they attain a maturity. The development in the uterus are the fully matured embryos are occur inside the uterus. So during the 280 days. The gestation period of the human is last nearly 280 days. So during the pregnancy, the uterus are expand. So during the pregnancy, the uterus they expand nearly 500 times. So they expand, so 500 times, then the normal condition, then the normal size. So during this condition, so during the enlargement of the uterus, so they have the embryos are freely movable occur inside the embryo, inside the uterus, uterus. So first it is called organogenesis. So all the organs are developed from the three germ layer: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. This process is called organogenesis. Then formation of the placenta. So the placenta means they connected between the disc-shaped structures attach the uterine wall of the fetus, and they have a uterine wall. And they are having a cord-shaped structure. They occur in the blood vessel is called umbilical cord. Then gestation period. So the embryos are growing inside the mother's uterus. So they attain the fully maturity or fully mature size. So they grow up to 280 days. So during the pregnancy period, so the mother's uterus, they are expanded 500 times to their normal size. So this enlargement, they use it for a freely movement of the embryo inside the uterus. So next topic is, so they got in a childbirth. Childbirth. So the expulsion of young one from the mother's uterus to the outside of the body. So you're pushing out. So the embryos are moving from mother's uterus to outside of the body. So during end of the gestation period, it means after 280 days, a fully matured embryo is coming out from the uterus to the outside of the body. The process is called childbirth. Here, oxytocin. So the hormone from the posterior pituitary gland. The posterior part of the pituitary gland is called the neurohypophysis. They produce the hormone is called the oxytocin hormone to stimulate the uterine contraction and expansion. So the uterus has become the contraction and expansion. So they automatically embryos are moved from the inner part of the body to the external part of the body. Is to provide the forceful expel. They have a forceful expel by the body from the uterus to causing the childbirth. The cervical region of the uterus, they become the opening. They passing through the vagina region. So vagina is act as a birth canal. Here also they have a contraction and expansion that takes place. So they slowly move from the uterus to the outside of the body, mother's body. This process is called childbirth. So after the childbirth, they have a lactation. So they have a lactation. So the process of milk production after the childbirth from the mammalian gland. So the production of the milk after the childbirth from the mammalian gland of the mothers is called a lactation. The first fluid released from the mother mammalian gland after the childbirth is called colostrum. After the childbirth, the first production milk is called the colostrum. So the colostrum is a consists of a high nutritive value. The milk production from the alveoli of the mammalian glands. Alveoli of the mammalian gland and stimulated by the prolactin. The hormone name is called so the prolactins are used for the protection of the milk secretion. from the anterior pituitary glands. So the anterior pituitary gland is called adenohypophysis. Adenohypophysis. So the ejection of the milk is stimulated by the posterior pituitary gland is called oxytocin. So milk ejection, it means they have a moving from the mammary gland to the outside of the body. They are stimulated by that. So the posterior part of the pituitary gland is called neurohypophysis. They produce the hormone is called oxytocin. So these hormones are used for the expelling or ejection of the milk from the mammalian glands. So the mammalian gland. So the colostrum, they have a high nutritive value. They develop the antibody formation to the young one. So the colostrum is a very, very essential part of each and every child. They develop the immunity power. Thank you very much, students.